Something I should have done a long time ago. That's going in the trash. This thing is dirty. I've been driving this all week. All right, guys, there's one major issue with my M3. Something that bugs me every single day, and that is the fact that the rear of the car sits lower than the front. I really like the fitment in the front, the way the tire isn't completely tucking under the fender, but on the rear, it is tucking tire and it looks lower from the rear than it does from the front, and it gives it this weird stance. So when you get the EDM lowering springs, they come with rear cups and you can choose to put them on or not. If you put them on, it will give you a slightly higher stance in the rear, and without them, like I have it now, it's supposed to make the car look like it's sitting evenly on both, on the front and the rear, but right now it does not look like that. So this really bugs me. Also, I want to run a little bit of a spacer so I can have the wheel more flush with the fender than it is right now. But if I put the spacer now, it is gonna hit the inside of the fender. So I'm gonna put the cups in and then raise the rear, and then hopefully be able to run some small spacers to give it a nicer stance, because right now it is hot boy. I don't like it. It doesn't rub or nothing, but it really bugs me every time I see it. I'm just like, man, it's kind of ugly. Let's go ahead and get started, get the car up on jacks, pull the wheels off, and then get into swapping out the cups. Shouldn't be that hard. All right, guys, we got the wheel off. I'm just gonna do one side at a time. It'll be easier for myself. So you see back here, this is the Emmanuel design spring. The cup goes up and on top right here. All we have to do is drop this lower control arm here. We're gonna drop this, press down on it. It'll allow the spring to come out. And then just make sure when you do that, there's this sensor back here. This sensor is kind of hard to see. This right there. Make sure you guys disconnect that from the lower control arm. I'm not sure what that does, to be honest. I'd be lying to you if I said I did. These right here, it's a EMD. I think I've been calling it EDM. They're EMD auto. These are the cups right here. It kind of just looks like some kind of hockey pucks, to be honest. But we got one for each side. They only go in the rear. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in there and put the wheel back on. Now I do have spacers that I had purchased before I got these wheels. I had them on the stock wheels that were a smaller diameter. I'm gonna see if they fit. I think one of them's a 12 and one's like a 15, or a 15 and a 20. I don't remember. I don't know if I'll be able to get away with that if I put a 15 back here. They did come with these extended studs for spacers, so I'm good there. I don't have to worry about the OEM ones not reaching, because these are extended for spacers, so we're good there. What I really need to do is the stud conversion for this, because these are annoying. I really hate BMW for having this design. Honestly, it's, I don't know, pretty crappy. Everyone goes to extended to the actual studs, so we'll go do that eventually, but for now let's get this cup in. So we got the spring out, as you guys can see. Super dirty now. That's kind of why I wore a long sleeve. I should have wore pants, but it's all right. I'm pretty sweaty too. I freaking hate working on suspension. There's no way not to get dirty. Here we have the spacers that I'm using. They're either 10s or 15s. I believe they're 15s though. So we're gonna put it on and hopefully it sits good. If not, we'll go ahead and take it off and order the right size that we need. So one thing I didn't show you guys because the camera died on me. The way the cup actually goes is above. There's this metal cup right here that the rubber one sits in from the factory. You have to pop this off right here and then put the actual puck above it. I didn't know that. I was trying to put it inside and it wasn't lining up right. And then I looked it up. So this is how it's supposed to go. You just pry this one off with the flathead or something, and then you put this one on top. And that is exactly how it goes. Specifically made for BMW. So if you want to pick up a set, they have different sizes. I will link it in the description if you want to pick some of these up. They work really well. And along with these, they come with the extended studs, the right length for the spacer size that you order. It looks like it might hit now. With the 305s, the spacer might be too big. We're gonna go ahead and lower it and see what happens. Alright guys, I don't know about this. I really don't know if it's gonna touch. It looks really good, it's super beefy. I really don't know if it'll rub, to be honest. It's really close. Probably gonna order a smaller set of spacers, but it looks really good. Super beefy. I think the car looks a lot better like this. It looks a lot more even now. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you think it looks better like this or if I should take off the cups. I think it looks better. I think we just need a little bit smaller spacer. I'm gonna rock them, go for a test drive, and hopefully we have no rubbing issues. But I think we'll be good in the meanwhile. All right, so compare this side, how this looks. And right now I'll show you guys the other side. This here is the other side. The wheel is sunk in pretty far. Also kind of tucking the tire compared to the front, which is not. So the other side definitely looks a lot better. I think the move is gonna be to run a little bit smaller of a spacer, which I will be ordering. I think that would be perfect. If I were to run a spacer right now on this one, this tire here would, because the tire goes up still more, it's like up here on top. If I ran a spacer right now on this, it would definitely rub against the fender. It would have been so much easier if I had a quick jack in here. Man, I really want a set of those quick jacks. My birthday's coming up. Hopefully my wife watches this and gets me a set of quick jacks. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the car out now and we're gonna wash it tomorrow in the morning. Me and my wife are going to a Cars and Coffee. The car's really dirty, so I'm gonna give it a nice wash. I don't know. I think it looks good. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is, these are 15 mil, I'm like 100% sure. I'm gonna order some 10 mils for the rear and then run maybe a 5 mil up front. So I'll probably run like a 5 mil up front. I have a little bit of room still and it'll sit really good, really flush. Again, I'm gonna link these spacers that I have, KSP, in the description. They're BMW specific, really good spacers, come with extended lugs, and they have different sizes if you guys wanna pick some up for your own car. I really like these. I'm gonna go with the same brand for that reason. Car is all clean now. Looks so much better. You guys can get a better look at the stance now. Now it looks even. Now it looks legit. Even when I was driving how it used to be, I just felt like the rear was lower. It looked like the car was like slightly pointing up. So now I haven't driven it yet, but I cannot wait. It's kind of late, so I'm not gonna drive it today. I'm gonna drive it tomorrow to Cars and Coffee, but I think we'll be okay. I think we have enough room in case we hit some bumps and stuff. I think we'll be just fine. They might even tuck a little bit past the fender, hopefully. Worst case scenario, we'll go with the lighter or a thinner diameter spacer. Give you guys a better look right here. That looks solid, honestly. I think we're good.